Welcome. This video details about Pragmatic Odoo 8 Saaskit. Saaskit, the best way to deliver Odoo power to all. What is Pragmatic Odoo 8 Saaskit? Pragmatic helps companies to cash in on Odoo SaaS implementation by reaping in the early mover advantage on the segment by using Odoo 8 Saaskit, the most efficient and foolproof tool to implement Odoo 8 as SaaS for multiple tenants with zero intervention, a completely automated tool which is Saaskit. Now, why Odoo and why Odoo 8 Saaskit? Odoo, formerly OpenERP, is a comprehensive end-to-end business solution which is modular in nature, updated technology. It has lowered the total cost of ownership. It also has cutting-edge consolidation strategy that makes it a cut above the competitors. It's highly customizable and there is no vendor lock-in. What are the striking features of Odoo? When OpenERP changed to Odoo, we came up with a lot of features, which ideally is the CMS, a content management system, and the direct web hosting, a built-in e-commerce, state-of-the-art warehouse management, powerful business intelligence, CRM Kanban view. With all these listed advantages, Odoo has appealed to the masses. Now, small and medium enterprises can easily do their enterprise business with Odoo, with a front end for all their day-to-day activities that can go on web commerce. Having seen the details of how the Saaskit works, let's see what makes Pragmatic Saaskit different from the normal Odoo and the way SaaS is delivered. Pragmatic uses cutting-edge technologies like loose coupling, load balancing, high availability, multi-tenancy with user data discreteness, and failover management to make it more effective. Now, what is loose coupling? Loose coupling is the technology where we have two databases, one a master and another a slave, where the master is normally a transactional database and the slave is more or less like a read-write database. So the load is evenly spread. When a request comes to the database for fetch request, it points to only the read-write database. When a transaction has to be saved, only then the master database is hit, and internally the master updates the slave or the read-write database so that the data is always updated. Now, what is load balancing? Load balancing is where OpenERP database inherently manages it with the connection pooling. The database would not go through the bottlenecks of connection overrides, or system would not get into the load balancing take care of the overheads or the connection overheads that comes to the Postgres database. High availability is also achieved by a server configuration, Apache server configuration, where we have multiple databases that are launched simultaneously, where if there is a connection overload that happens, it automatically points to the mirror database, which is master. So the data, there's no service that is waiting for requesting for a service and has to wait for it. Multi-tenancy is another concern when it comes to SaaS. So in a multi-tenant environment, we make sure that the user data is discrete. Every data or every user would have their data as separate entities without mixing with any other user's data. So it becomes easy for people to go ahead and manage their database. It becomes easy for people to be very safe about the user data, which is highly confidential. And the failover management comes as a part of mirroring, where we always have a backup database in place which automatically takes up multi-zone availability. In Amazon is also used, where failover management is managed efficiently in the Saaskit. Let's now see how the Saaskit works. Saaskit has a master control instance, and all the tenants are controlled and made from the master. So master instance would still be in Odoo. It would have a control instance where you can have, if you are a technology company that gives out OpenERP as a SaaS, this is where you need to come in and log in. So now on the screen is the master database and I am logging in as the admin. The intent is to create a SaaS product, publish it to a website, and we need to configure what modules we need to give as SaaS to the tenants. So this is your landing page where it gives you a complete track of the list of tenants, how many are active. It also gives you a lot of information as to how you can add a user to a particular database, how you can deactivate a database or a tenant, and how you can activate it back. Okay, now moving on, we'll see how we can get and define a SaaS product, which ideally is an OpenERP module. To create a SaaS instance, we have to come to the sales module, go to the products, and then we have to create it. So we have to give how we need to go ahead and name the product. It is, say for instance, Odoo Finance. So I configured the product. I'll make sure that it is a SaaS product, and then I go to the modules to be installed. By selecting the Odoo modules that needs to be published, we configure a SaaS product. When I add an item, it goes to the list of modules that are available. So for the finance one, I'll just for the sample, I am taking CRM, social network. These are 3 modules that I am creating that are going to be added to this particular product, and then I save it, and it's automatically getting published to your website. It is as simple as that. We can get the modules to be published or this product to be published in the same product part. Under the sales tab, we have this publish tab. Once I click on it, it's automated. Now you can also make this automated, that is by a cron or a trigger. We can go ahead and make it as published once we click on the save button. So right now this is published onto the website. So now I'm going to go to the website and check if it is showing up there in the website. Now we are at the website of the company, the parent company that sells out SaaS products. Here I'm coming to the shop, which is the published website, and I see the Odoo Finance that is just published. Now to go ahead, I'll be using the sales management and the Odoo CRM as an example, and we can see what are the various functionalities. Having created the product, I've added the image and updated the price as well. Now what we are expecting on this published site, we are expecting now tenants can come in, the SaaS users, the end users of SaaS, they can come in and then select a product, a SaaS product of their choice. Just to bifurcate, we have got Odoo Finance, Odoo Sales, and a CRM right now. We can have as many products as we want and publish it on the site. Now as a tenant, we come here and then select the product. We can have all the details of the module listed here, and then we need to go ahead and add it to cart once the product is selected. Now it shows it's a normal checkout process. We need to go ahead, continue with the process of checkout, and then it will take you to the part of the billing. Now here we need to fill out your information, and also as a user you need to be signed up with the account so that you can go ahead and complete the formalities. Now I'm just going to fill it out in order to sign up. I'm going for the sign up option. Once if you give a live email, email would be triggered to you once the order is done. Give password and signing up. So once I sign up, I get directly my card. So it's filled up with my details. I just have to complete it. So once I've filled out the details, the most important part of assigning or creating a Saaskit for tenant would be naming the instance. The instance or the master would automatically check in the background if this name is available, and then the number of users for the Saaskit, as in the SaaS product, how many users would be there using the Saaskit. So now once I have done this, I'm going to confirm the sale, and the sale is confirmed here with all the details. You can review it, and then coming to the payment option. By default you will have all your payment systems integrated. For the time being, just to pass it through, I am selecting this payment method as wire transfer, and I'm going to check out. So now the order is confirmed and the tenant instance is automatically created. The load balancers, the failover, all the mechanisms has worked in the background, and it is ready for production. A tenant can start using it. They can use it on the live system. Now we can also verify the same. The order, the details would be listed on the customer portal. I am now logged in as the test tenant. If I come in here, it shows me the details of my sales order, which is the sales order which, yes, here you see the sales order number 25, which ideally is with the parent company. So I'm my SaaS amount for a month would be 1,000 rupees dollars based on the modules that I have selected. The beauty of the Saaskit is that you can directly get in touch with your parent company with the messaging system here. You can get all the details of your account, all the details of the communication that you had with your company. The sales order gets listed here. Every monthly invoices would be listed in this particular section. So all your requirements as a tenant for managing this particular system or your OpenERP would be made available on the Saaskit admin panel, which is here what you see, the tenant admin panel for the Saaskit. Now I've logged out from the admin account. Now I'm going to check if I'll be able to log in as the tenant. The tenant that I've just created is tenant 2014, and I'm going to use it to log in and see the tenant account of the Odoo part, if all the modules are installed, if it's a working model. Logging in as the tenant admin. Now I am logged in to the service or the details of this particular account, and this would only be visible to the admin. Now I've logged in as the administrator. Okay, now per user we can set restrictions based on Odoo. The normal Odoo would function here. Here what you see is my service with my parent company, which ideally is a SaaS provider. It says that my instance is this, and my expiry of this particular instance is the 12th of it's the 5th of December. A 1 month trial period or 1 month service is what we have configured. So the purchase user at this moment is 10. We have options to go ahead and increase, decrease the user based on requirement. Now let's get to the settings part. The other usage, the kind of power that Saaskit gives you to a parent company is that Odoo is open source. So the user can go ahead to the install module and make more verticals to be added. Now we have selected the finance, but we have made it in such a way that they will not be able to get more modules installed. If I remove that particular filter, they will still not get the generic modules, because it has to be a managed installation, and that is where the Saaskit's money comes in to the parent company. So what we have made it in such a way that even though the install filter is removed, the tenant would not be able to manage or install new modules based on their requirement. Then the remaining part are the same Odoo configuration, the general settings, users, assigning roles, and the normal settings that you can do. I can create a new users in Odoo, and it will be limited by the number of 10, and that particular thing, the number of 10 users is managed by this particular flag that says at any point in time there can only be 10 active users. So once you save it, that user would be added to the SaaS user list. So this user screen, the normal default one, make sure that if it's active user, make it active. So I'm just moving ahead. All the modules are installed as per the product that was selected. It has sales, invoicing, and the reports. So this is a out of the box kind of a configuration that a user can use. As a SaaS user, they will be getting out of the box Odoo installed and managed for them. Now we will move to the master instance and see how the tenants are managed within the master. Logging in to the master. Now we are in the SaaS master list, the list of tenants, and we have the tenant 2014 which is newly created, and the color coding helps us to understand which tenants are active right now. Those are beyond their period will be marked as red, and the active tenants would be marked with green. So once I get into that tenant, it can go ahead and show me the details when exactly the expiry happens, the number of users, current users. We can increase the number of users, we can decrease the number of users, and that billing is maintained. Also the invoice is automatically generated, which will be sent out as an email, and it will be there in the inbox of the tenant. It's completely managed system where the user can work hassle free. There is a built-in gateway where the customer portal can be used to go ahead and pay the invoices, and this makes Saaskit a powerful tool for the SME segment where they want to reach out to users on the SaaS platform for leveraging on the power of Odoo. So now having all the creation cycle done, we have created a product, published it, a tenant had purchased that, has created their own Odoo Saaskit version. They are able to do the billing, they are able to use and add users. So once every cycle is happening, what is the advantage? So I have listed out a couple of advantages here. The SaaS selling page, of course, we have seen that it is very helpful. There is no it is hassle free, completely hassle free in publishing the product to getting a tenant online, getting their payments done. So you have the option to create multiple SaaS product. Then you can even have bundled products. You can club multiple products together and create an installation with multiple verticals in a single go. Then the backend benefits, connection pooling for your master database, where it will manage all the loads in such a way that there is no downtime for any of these clients who are simultaneously connected. Load balancing, another important point. Load balancing by, we've got multi-port or multi-worker implementation, which would sense the incoming connections and manage from where it should pick up the data. We also have this master slave configuration, where one is the lookup database, another is the transactional database. Now we have also included the POS customizations, a lot of customizations that are done in case if the POS module is required. Then the automated billing for the tenants. Portal access, the benefit that you have seen, portal access directly on the tenant account, which is only accessible to the admin. Then default payment gateway integration comes with it, and the other benefits like the custom dashboards and device independence. It's responsive. So put together, these are highlights of the benefit of Saaskit. Definitely the benefit would be more once we start using it, and we are sure that this Saaskit is going to help in getting Odoo live with zero intervention, or I would say 1 to 2% of manual intervention. So with all this said and done, we would expect you to contact us at pragtech.co.in, and then make sure that you have Saaskit implemented, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you.